start with. That's something we've been working on with a young group of guys, and I thought we had good energy. I thought we shared the basketball extremely well early, and that's something that we've been in search of. And you've got to give SMU credit. They made some plays late. We defended their actions, I thought, very well in the first half. When you get it to overtime, a team that goes 4 for 4 from the floor, 3 for 3 from three-point line, you're not going to win like that.
You made some changes to the starting line today. I think Ben's in, and you also go with the Taggart too. What was the thought behind it? Was it trying to get some change of energy there at the start?
Well, I thought those guys, if you look at the start that we had today, Matt, I thought those guys really did a good job moving the basketball, finding the open man. I thought Will in the starting lineup as well. He did an excellent job of making himself available, and that's our key. I mean, when you've got new guys, we kind of feel our way through and knowing exactly when they're going to be places and how they're going to get there. And I thought our guys did a very good job of making themselves available and finding an open man. In the second half, I didn't think we were as good. I thought we held the ball a split second too long. I thought we took one dribble too many. We got a little bit passive offensively.
Again, it seems like at the 8 minutes mark there's some subs, there's some changes, there's some change in personnel. But it also kind of coincides with the press. Was it just kind of those two factors maybe working in concert together that maybe changed that?
I don't know. When you look, you can't play 5 guys, obviously, the entire time. You've got to go to your bench at some point. I thought we stayed with our starters a long time because they were playing so well. And I thought we had some unforced turnovers in the first half. We had 12 turnovers at the half, and that's too many. We had 21 for the game. That's too many. We're a team when we're playing well, we're averaging about 10, 11 turnovers a game. And I thought a lot of those were unforced turnovers tonight.
Especially DeAndre, 8 turnovers, that's the same characteristic. And some of those just seem to be him trying to make a play up the floor. Was it just DeAndre's night tonight?
Matt, what I told our guys in there, it's not one guy. We as a team got beat tonight. We didn't execute late the way we needed to, and that's the bottom line. It's not one guy that got backdoored in overtime. It's not one guy that didn't get to the three-point line in overtime. It's not one guy that didn't get flat on the baseline when they made the Cassell pass along the baseline and knocked down the 3 in front of the bench. All those are progressions that played a part of a possession that we got beat tonight. And that's the bottom line. That's what I'm in search of with this team. And how tight is our circle going to be? And with new guys, we're continuing to get it tighter. And it's a process when you've got young guys learning how to win. And unfortunately for us right now, we're not finding ways to win when it comes late game situation. But that's what I told our guys in there. We'll come back tomorrow, and there can't be any poor, pitiful me's. We've got to come back. We're responsible for getting that turn. It has nothing to do with. We've got a very good team coming in here on Tuesday night. Raymond Smith, who beat UCA, they've got some nice wins. They've got Kim Brown, a former player in the Sun Belt Conference for Western Kentucky. We've got to be very good on Tuesday night. We've got to be good in practice tomorrow. Like I told our guys, I almost think lips hung and jaws dropped. That's just part of it with a young team. Finding ways to get better and improve.
You mentioned, and I'm assuming that briefly, that you stated the starters you felt like they were giving you the most tonight.
I thought they were. I thought they did a good job.
What do you tell those guys on the bench at a certain point? Because you mentioned everybody owns it, and you mentioned guys can obviously
our key focus coming into the night was mental focus and effort in 4-minute games for 40 minutes. And whatever the situation we had, because what happens a lot of times with young guys, we've had situations where we've come out of a timeout, and we might not know exactly how we're guarding ball screens, or we might not know what we're going to offensively or defensively, and that's part of the process. And you've got to be in tune we're on the bench to how we're guarding things, what we're in defensively, what we're going to offensively, and that's what we're in search of, continuing to grow as a team. We've got a good young group of guys. We've got to continue to get that circle tighter and continue to get better each and every day. And I know that sounds redundant, that sounds cliche-ish, but that's what we're in search of right now.
The difference in the second half too, it seemed Giles and like kind of got on a roll. I mean, for as much as it seemed like their bench had to carry in the first half, those two guys gave them, I think, 8 or 11 during that run. Just
without a doubt. And I thought we did a good job on Naikundi in the first half. I mean, there's a guy who's shooting 64% from three-point line over the last 4 games. He's shooting 49% from three-point line for the year. I mean, he is a very, very good player at 6'8" who can shoot the basketball. If you remember last year, I mean, I thought our guys did a good job on him. He shot some contested shots, and he was 0 for 10 from three-point line last year at SMU. And we let him get loose a couple of times down there. He hit a shot late game where we weren't helping off the backdoor cut, and he got an open look in the corner away from their bench. And you always have to be mindful of great players, and he's a great player.
You probably heard them comment too, but what the press they put on you after they got down 14-0 startled your guards, or
you know, Jim, I thought the first possession where we got the 10-second count, we didn't stretch it with those posts the way we wanted to. If you think back to the couple possessions after, we were able to flash Marlowe in there, we got it back to the backside, and it didn't cause problems. Our thing, and it goes back to that mental focus, is having urgency. You can't cut halfway. You got to cut hard. You've got to have urgency in transition defense. We had a couple of times where we lose a guy tonight. And those are things that we're continuing to get better at, and it's going to be an ongoing process. Those are things that we have to get cleaned up.
what was the difference on the boards going after that span there? Because it seemed like that.
I thought we did a really good job on the glass tonight. I mean, I thought we were wanting to get some offensive rebounds and some second chance opportunities with that lineup we started with. I thought Will Neighbor did a phenomenal job on the glass. I mean, at one point, I think we were 14-1 on the glass, I believe. I think we were up 19-5 at the half, getting some offensive rebounds. But I think it goes back to the second half. We got a little bit stagnant, and we didn't get the ball moving like we did in the first half. We didn't get our opportunities. Although we shot a better percentage in the second half than the first half, I thought we had better looks in the first half.
I heard Doherty yell matchup. Did they go from a straight 2-3 and did it to a matchup 2-3? Something? What was kind of the tweak defensively?
No, I mean, they run a matchup.
Matchup the whole time, guys.
Yeah, I mean, that was our scout. I mean, he runs a good matchup. I mean, if you look at what they've done prior to this game, through the first, 7 games, the 4-3 coming in, I mean, they were holding the opponents to 40% defensive field goal percentage.
were they just not matching? I mean, they were dropping back with DeAndre early.
I thought our guys did a good job of cutting hard in the first half and making themselves available. And that's the key. I mean, you can't cut half speed. You can't be a second late making yourself available or second late finding the open man. It's all about timing.